So what is the hardest thing that you're likely going to have to do in the 2025 bull run? Hands down, at least in my opinion. Well, the answer might surprise some of you, and it just simply is not buying your Lamborghini too soon. Now, of course, now that I've appealed to all the DJs, let me actually get to the main point. But before I do, you guys might have noticed, right? I'm outside, I'm in the great outdoors. Well, not technically, I'm literally just below where I'd normally record. I'm in essentially the car park of my office complex, right? But I want you guys to like the video right now. If you would like to see more videos like this, either actually in the great outdoors or more videos posted outside, I'm happy to do whatever you want, but the only way I know is if you drop a like on the video right now. So with that being said, what's the hardest thing you're going to have to do on the bull run? Well, again, this comes down to personal preference, right? Because I've seen many YouTubers time and time again talk about what they believe the hardest thing is. Now, I'm not going to sit here for 5 minutes and try to convince you to listen to me. You're obviously on this video for my opinion on the matter. And I'm basing this entirely from my experience and the countless, I'm talking almost 100 calls I've had with subscribers, and it's all boiled down to one thing. And it's simply emotions. Now, I know you're probably thinking to yourself, Kyron, what the hell? I thought you were going to say something like analyzing metrics or, you know, having 10 altcoins in your portfolio or buying Bitcoin or Ethereum. Guys, let's think about what everything boils down to as an investor. I'm guessing 95% of you watching this video are investors, right? A lot of you would also be coming from the TA world, but you're also investing, right? So a lot of us share a very similar problem. We all are human instinctively, right? And when we're all human, what does that really mean? Well, we fall for our emotions, right? And this is going to tie into the next topic that really is sort of what bases the emotion off, right? What feeds off your emotion. And that comes from your not typically buying, but more so selling, right? It's particularly exit selling your altcoins. Now, you would have seen me talk about it in yesterday's video, but it's again something that I'm going to talk more about from a relationship with your emotions today, because it is the hardest thing I believe that you'll have to overcome. And like I've been saying for many years now, right? The one thing that you want to do and the one thing that you want to be is a robot. That's what traders are taught from day one, day dot. All those really, you know, famous trading books, all those really important traders, they say, follow your setup. If it doesn't work out, you're working off a risk to reward. If you follow the principles, you might win and lose 50-50, but you take the trades that are going to set you up for more money in the end. And that's what we do, right? We might get 50-50, but our wins are going to far exceed our losses. And that's what we have to remember when it comes to exiting the bull run, because again, that's when emotions typically come in. Now, it also works off reinvesting and buying altcoins as well, right? So just like me the other day, right? I was buying some more altcoins. Now, I don't typically, you know, I've got most of my bags full, but I'm looking to get into some more positions. And I was thinking to myself, you know, Multiverse X was over here pumping, and I've been preaching to people for a long time, right? Shout out to Dave, you know, who's been telling me for a long time, buy more, buy more, buy more. You know what I mean? And it's been a project I've told you guys is great, but I haven't really filled my bags. And I saw it pumping, and I was just thinking to myself, like, damn, I wish I got in. Should I get in now? Should I get in now? You know, I made some profit with some other altcoins, and I was thinking, look, it's pumped up like 30-40% on like the day. I was like, oh, there's no way I'm buying this now. But I had to fight that feeling, that emotion, right? And this is going to be so much worse in the bull run. I'll tell you that right now. What we've seen so far is nothing compared to what's going to come in 2025. So I'm just here to tell you all, especially for those of you who haven't been in a bull run before, I cannot stress this enough. One of the most common things I tell people to do in my, you know, consult calls is go away after this call, sit in a quiet room for an hour or two by yourself, get your fucking phone out of here, get any distractions, tell your partner to just buzz off for a minute, lock the damn door, and just pen and paper, write down your goals, right? And stick to those damn goals, just like any good trader would do. Now, of course, in this case, the reasoning for that is, again, so that your emotions don't come back into play when it's time to exit. If you're someone looking for a 10x, this is how I always start any of my conversations with people. What are you looking for in terms of your investment? What is your ROI overall? And how much can you afford to lose? Now, this is a core principle, of course, I'll be teaching in my courses, which, by the way, is pre-ordering right now. So if you guys want to have access to that, trust me right now, amazing value. Go see it for yourself. First link in the description. But again, it's something that I always tell people right off the rip. Why? Because then you can base exactly when you're going to sell and if it is time to reinvest or buy more. For example, right? If you're someone that has no strategy whatsoever, right, you're pretty much basing things off emotion, and don't tell me you won't. Don't tell me you won't, because I've seen it time and time again. People say, oh, I'm just gonna get a 10x out of this altcoin. I'm just gonna get a 20x out of this altcoin, and then I'm gonna run for the hills. I've been there. I have seen people be in there and it won't happen. You will get greedy. So again, what you want to essentially do is find those sell levels, right? All those levels. And then when it's time to actually sell, when those levels hit and your order is executed, what happens? You have some cash on the side. Then you can decide to buy some altcoins at that point with that cash. Those levels got to be hit. You'd be very dangerous if you start moving those around. Like you might have all your sell levels set up between $1 and $2, right? Let's talk about H-bar here, for example, right? $1 and $2, hypothetically speaking. And it's around 90 cents. And you're thinking to yourself, take some off the table right now. I mean, this looks fine, but I just want to get some money. Get some off the table. Well, again, you could do that, but then your whole plan's out of whack, right? And then you go, and the reason typically is because another great altcoin, like Multiverse X, it's pumping, and you want to get in on the action. So I'm just here to tell you, in my opinion, this is the hardest thing you're going to have to overcome. Now, again, in my opinion, the only way you can fight this, the only way you can overcome it is by being prepared. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And the only way that you beat it, in my opinion, is sitting in a room, genuinely asking yourself, okay, Kyron, so what would I get out of the market? I've got, let's just say I've got $50,000, or let's just keep it easy. So I've got $10,000, right? Okay, so if I 100x, well, let's not say 100x, let's say I 10x this. Let's say I made $100,000 out of the bull run. Would I be happy with that? Okay, and if the answer is no, well then, what about a 20x? If the answer is still no, you continue to move it up. And then you ask yourself, okay, well, how much am I willing to lose here? And if the answer is, I don't want to lose any, but you're over here saying you want a 50x, that doesn't sound realistic to me, right? So this will put you in check, but this is commonly a thing people don't do. And people don't do it because we live in a world where it's instant gratification. You want to be on your phone, you want to be watching videos, you want to be told what altcoins to buy. You want to be spoon-fed everything, and you aren't willing to sit with your own thoughts for more than 5 minutes. You can't even take a shit or a shower without going on your phone. Let's face it, I'm half guilty with that, So I would suggest you go away and do it. And again, you have literally a clear guide with my course down below. I'm not telling you to go buy it. I'm just saying it's going to give you all the answers you possibly need to. But I'm mainly here to tell you guys, this is what I believe the hardest thing you'll have to do in the bull run is fight your emotions and therefore know when to buy, sell, or again, reinvest based on that. Okay, so with that said, I thank you all for watching this very different video. Again, you need to like this video if you think that it's a really cool setup, or at least, well, it's not really a setup, right? It's literally just in the great outdoors essentially, but I want to do more of this. It's fun being outside for once, and it's fun to get some sun on this damn pale skin, right? So I thank you all for watching. I look forward to seeing you all in the next one. Take good care. Remember, sit in the damn room. Bye.